Oh, yeah.
We're live, baby, man. What's up, Raidernation? It's your boy Simone Raider, and welcome to the Raider Recap. We're coming here live right after the Raiders lose yet another game to the Denver Broncos, 24-17 in controversial fashion. I mean, we talked about this a little bit before the show started, but the Raiders are sitting at 2-11, looking like they might not win any more games this season, but it's okay because we're one step closer to that number one pick. But, of course, there's a lot to talk about, but I got a whole cast with me today. Of course, we got Raider Santa up in the building.
Ho, ho, ho.
I mean, he
I don't want to take your line. I don't want to take his line because I was going to say,
what was your line?
ho, 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 bitches. But
So, I mean, we got, if you guys haven't seen, this dude was all over TV today. Oh, well, he was all over everybody's feed. But then we got Simone Santa over here on this side.
That's Santa right there. What's up, y'all? Mr. Fitz, y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
And, of course, we got a special guest with us today, man. Offseason Raider, all the way from Australia, from down under.
Down under.
Man, I appreciate. Hey, this is your first game at Allegiant Stadium. First, I want to ask you before we start talking about everything, man. How was the experience being over here in Las Vegas? I know I met you for the first time last week in LA, but how's been the experience from LA to Vegas?
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure and an honor to be on your live and kicking it with you guys. The hospitality here has been amazing. The Vegas experience is everything that I ever dreamed of. I mean, we lost today, but that would have been the cherry on the cake. It's not the cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was the experience, meeting everybody, all my American Raider brothers and sisters, welcoming me with open arms. It's been one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Yeah,
Something I won't forget.
One of the best stadiums though. Like you like the inside.
The stadium is great, fantastic. I still love that Oakland charm. You know what I mean? The Coliseum.
It's never gonna be.
You know
I know.
Yeah, but the stadium, in terms of facility wise, everything is every bit as good, if not better, than what it looks like on TV. It's 5-star, amazing. I love it.
And that's why we say, man, it's always nice to be at the games, just be around the stadium until the Raiders actually start playing, and then that's where, it's the same thing every single week. We have to deal with it all the time.
Right.
But like I said earlier, man, we're 2-11 right now. We lost today's game, but I don't think a lot of us are pretty much surprised with this loss. But I want to kick it over to Santa Claus over here.
we just say, moving on up. Now we're number 3.
Yeah.
You got the number 3
we're number
pick?
2.
Number 2. We actually number 2.
2, baby.
2.
Yeah, on Draftathon or
Giants
Tankathon,
at number
Tankathon.
1.
Did they, because I was going off of what I saw earlier. But yeah, I don't care either way. But we got to play the Giants later on this year. So that's going to be your deciding point. And then last night we saw our future quarterback, right?
Yep.
He looked good. He's the only one right now worthy.
Mendoza.
So we have something to be happy about. Yeah, number 2. So we did move up because of strength of schedule. So all that. But hey, keep on. No, I don't like to say keep on losing. Like,
Yeah.
you want to see your team win, but we have nothing going for us.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, there ain't no way after what you saw today that Pete Carroll's coming back. There ain't no way that this team is staying together next year. And then Geno Smith, your favorite quarterback.
Fuck off. Not my favorite quarterback, but okay, go on.
You said
Continue.
you said Shador Sanders, Geno Smith. That was your order.
I wanted Shador Sanders. Last time I was on here, I kept saying Shador.
And then, so Geno got hurt. Came back. It was like a notification that Geno hurt his hand. And then he came back. He came running back on the field, and I was like,
Was it his throwing hand?
it was his right
I
throwing
thought it
hand.
was his vagina.
So Geno goes to the locker room. I don't know if you guys heard, but on his way to the locker room, he was cussing out more fans.
Yeah, I did hear that.
And then Kenny
Somebody's
Pickett
gotta
came
know.
in. Kenny Pickett came in the game, and they said, now you're quarterback for the Raiders, Kenny Pickett. And the whole stadium started cheering.
I heard that.
That's crazy.
I mean, it goes to show that everybody just wanted to move on from Geno Smith at that point. I mean, everybody. I don't think a lot of Raider fans really mess with Geno, and I think Geno puts it on himself as well after the whole thing happened with him flipping off the fans. But I think everybody just wanted to see somebody new, and everybody's been wanting to see AOC. But I've been telling you, we got a Super Bowl quarterback on the bench right now, dog. We got Kenny Pickett. So to see him go out there and slang that thing,
When you can walk in with rings, hey, who's going to say anything to Kenny Pickett? Is he going to be like, kiss the ring, kiss the ring.
If there's any quarterback on this roster that at least had some playing time in the Super Bowl, it's Kenny Pickett. And hey, that throws to Cedric Jackson.
That was a nice
Come
throw.
on now.
It was nice that it was a touchdown to Cedric Jackson as
Yeah.
well. That's Bo Jackson's great nephew, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I see.
I noticed there was quite a few like legacy players coming through the system this year, especially in the off season.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't we have another guy who was like related to one of the Raider Illuminati?
Didn't we just sign Brendan Rice?
We just got Brendan
Rice,
Rice,
yeah,
too.
Brendan
Rice, but there was another guy in the preseason. Name escapes me, but he was related to one of the
Yeah.
Raider legends. So yeah, it's been
No,
good.
it is good to see.
to
And,
get involved.
and like I said, even with Kenny Pickett finding Cedric Jackson, it was a beautiful throw.
Yeah.
And now it was, all we're gonna hear now all week is like, hey, we need to start Kenny Pickett now moving forward. Depending on how the injury is with Geno Smith, I read some things earlier that the injury is not that bad. He should be back.
I don't care how bad it is.
Well, at the very least, it's going to bring excitement seeing somebody new at the quarterback position because we know what we have with Geno Smith, and it's just not getting it done. So, all right, the season's already washed. Let's just throw it, not just him, but at other positions as well. Let's see what our rookies can do. Let's see what these other guys that are sitting on the bench can do. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We're going to lose anyway.
The worst is going to be us winning games. That's the worst that's going to happen.
We start winning
games.
games.
That's what I feel like is going to happen. Like, okay, we put Kenny Pickett in there. We put a lot of these young players in there. And then they start winning games. It's like, okay, relax, guys.
Hey,
You're going to mess up our
bring
draft
Gino
position.
back. Bring Gino back. Bring Gino back.
At that point, it was but you brought up a good point, and I agree with that 100%. I want to get to the super chats though, real quick. Aunt Six Soldier for the $5 donation. He says, "What up to the panel chat? AR, my homie from down under, Raiders, having the time of your life, nothing but love, man." Shout out to I met him before at Atlanta, but I know he's one of your close ones.
That's my closest guys. Shout out to him and the LA crew, my guys, Raider Ben, Dirty Raider, D Menace, Anthony Provencio, Willie Wayne, Nutty Raider Nate, everybody else, Raider love. Much love to you guys. You guys treat me the same way that the Vegas crew has treated me, and it's all love. Much love.
Yeah, man. A lot of love. And that's what I like seeing, like, first time over here in Vegas. Of course, you got to experience LA, but just seeing everybody show love to you, just coming out here for this trip. And I'm happy that we got to meet each other in LA, but especially here in Vegas.
We're long lost cousins, right?
Yeah, this my if you guys don't know, this is my cousin, this long lost cousin. And you've been a supporter of my channel for a long, long time. So I always remember when I seen Offseason come across, like, who's
Been
this
rocking
though?
with you since, 2014?
For a long time. It was
Since
so
the
that's
table
all,
days, yeah.
man, I had to bring the Oos on here, and he talks his Raiders too. So it's good to see you come over here. Of
appreciate it,
course,
man.
you know, seeing the Raiders in fashion, lose yet another game, but it is what it is. The experience is what
The experience made everything. If they'd have won today, like I said, it would have been the cherry on the cake, but it wasn't the cake. I loved everything.
Yeah.
So
It was crazy Bronco home game, though, right?
what's that?
It was a Bronco home
Oh
game.
my God!
Hey, come on,
It looks like
I'm trying to bring a good vibe to the show. Yeah, like it seemed more evident when you're looking at the hard camera side, like where the camera is facing on the opposite side. It was a sea of orange, man.
It was like the strip of the rainbow, the orange part of the strip of the rainbow.
Kid's always looking at the hard side. He always-
Big
You like it hard, don't you?
But yeah, and then like that's what sucks about this place. Like, and what sucks with us losing right now and not performing is our fans. We don't want to spend the money. They don't want to show up. That's on the Raiders, right? That's put a product on the field. We will show up. We've shown it in the past. We show it at the beginning of the season, and then we fade off towards the end. Season ticket holders got to make their money, but Bronco fans rolled deep today.
Oh no, of course, and I mean they're winning too, and they're the best team in our division. It's rightfully so for them to show up. I mean they always show up, even other seasons when we be whooping them. But today, you know, we got to see a little bit more of them, and I didn't expect us to win, but I know they came over here knowing that they will. I think a lot of teams come over to Vegas expecting to win, so that's
a tourist destination.
and a tourist. So why not come over here, right? So I understand that part. I want to give a shout out to Trick77 for the $5 donation. He says, "Big guy is wearing the best Raider hat ever produced." Okay, which big guy? This big guy? That
Which one? Big guy.
They're all big guys.
Which one? Which?
Well, I know your hat. You always make the Raiders great again. It's been a long
I
time.
need to get me one of those. Yeah, you have to.
See, one day I don't want to wear these hats. Like, there should be a day that we don't have to wear them. But
Right.
if Sandra's listening, Sandra, close your ears for a little bit. Sandra Douglas. But King Raider merch on Instagram if you guys want to get this hat.
We got him, Sandra. Go get him. Go get him.
Snitch.
Give us 30% of that, Sandra. Shout out to Sandra. We got to see her earlier today on the field.
She's beautiful in real life.
Oh, yeah, man. Of course, you got to meet her.
Yeah, of course I did.
She's always showing love to us.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trick77 again for this $10 donation. He says, I'm a big believer in Kenny Pickett's career revival, but just seeing anyone new felt like the dark clouds parting. Hey, that's true. I mean, I think that's what I said earlier. You know, everybody just wants to see somebody different out there, whether it was AOC, like we talked about that. It's gotten so bad that people want AOC back. Heck, even more bad that people want Derek Carr back. But, you know, hey, we got but I know with Kenny Pickett, like we haven't got to see a lot of him, but to see him today and do what he did, and like I said, going off that touchdown pass, I think a lot of Raider fans are going to start turning an eye to Kenny Pickett and wanting to see more of him. But appreciate the donation. But what do you guys think about that? Kenny Pickett possibly moving forward. I'll go to Fitz.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm tired of Geno. I'm tired of, the BS. It was exciting to see him in there for a little bit. Pickett.
Yeah.
So, Shador Sanders. You see Shador Sanders today?
Yeah, he showed up to the show that we didn't play Shador, and now he wants to bring him up again.
Yeah, you see him today?
Don't look at me. I've been wanting Shador.
400 yards, 4
I
touchdowns.
saw the stats when I was
Who did he play?
Yeah.
So what? He's still
my homie Geno Smith, he beat the Titans too.
Oh,
yeah,
Geno
barely.
barely.
But like you were saying about our offense, like you have to sit Geno Smith, and we've been saying it for a couple weeks. You have to sit him and see what else can happen on that offense. See if it is just Geno, if it is because today, how much time did Geno have back there? Geno had
he had time. Moose.
There was some time back there today, and either he held onto the ball and got sacked, or one of those plays was a horrible throw. Yeah. Hey, he did take off one time. He did take off one time, but it was just like, let's see if we can connect and get the other wide receivers going. Maybe because you have to evaluate Trey Tucker, you have to evaluate Betch, you got to evaluate all these other guys to go along, not just Geno Smith going into next year. It's crazy.
Well, our wide receiver room, I feel like they're good complementary pieces, but we don't really have that true number one. We might not even have that number two guy. I mean, I like some of these guys with what they bring to the table, but like as far as being that number one target, and I'm not considering Brock Bowers. I'm taking him out. I'm leaving him as a tight end, but I'm talking the wide receiver position specifically.
Yeah.
You just notice like they're finding it hard to get separation, and there's just none of those guys receivers that are going to catch those 50-50 contested balls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ideally that needs to be a point of emphasis as well come the offseason.
No, for sure. And do you feel like that's another thing? Like, do you look at that as like something that hinders Geno's play too, because he doesn't have a receiver that could get separation? Of course, the offensive line has been pretty bad, and Geno hasn't been perfect. But not having a number one wide receiver to get separation out there,
it's part of the equation that's led to the season turning out how it has. But there's many reasons. I mean, so where do you begin?
too many to
many.
look at is
Right.
But
now Alex Kappa is his favorite center. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. What happened with that?
Alex Kappa was a center today, and I guess Meredith could have played if they needed to, but he said Alex Kappa's playing pretty good at center. Like what are we doing? Like,
Was he center today? I didn't even notice that.
Kappa, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, and a bunch of the young guys were out there. Hemingway,
Tonka, I did see Tonka
was out there. Like you saw some of the young guys, which is what we've been calling for all season.
Charles Grant was out there too.
Yeah. So there was like, was Mafia out there? I didn't see him, but
He was there. I noticed he was getting
sure he was out
significant
there.
game time last
I know they were doing like, so it's good to actually see like, and I was like, oh, they're doing some rotations today. Like they're actually getting some young guys in the game, which is like, why did it take so long?
Right.
That's what we need to know. But I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Ashton Genty, 10 carries, 30 yards. At what point is some of this on Genty now? Because there was some good blocking for him today at some point, and being the number 6 overall pick, being a so-called generational running back, you are supposed to beat those one-on-ones on the outside. When the rest of the line takes it this way and it's just you and a backer or you and the defense or a defensive back, you're supposed to beat that. When do we start putting blame on Genty and going, hey, you're supposed to be breaking some of these tackles?
True. I mean, if you're asking me, it's like I've talked about Genty a lot, and I mean we've talked about like Genty even in the draft. Like I wasn't really high on getting Genty, not because he was a bad talent, but just for the fact that the Raiders could have addressed other positions at that point, and then it was a strong running back class. So many running backs that we could have got later on. But if you're drafting a running back that high, like you said, and we say generational, and a lot of people say, why do you guys say that? I say it because I've heard it so much going up into the draft. And I was like, okay, if he's generational, then he should be able to win games for us, no matter how the line looks. And I know it's hard going back and forth, but we can't get on Geno for the same reasons that we give Genty a pass for, with the offensive line and all that. And I think it's easy to say that he hasn't panned out yet for us. Not saying that he won't pan out for us, but so far this season, I don't think that Genty seemed like the right pick. It was more of a luxury pick for the Raiders to have another skill position that really doesn't amount to wins the same way that Brock Bowers was the year before. So, yeah, I've always said, I think for so far this season, I've been saying that Genty should be doing more, but I mean, at this point, it is what it is. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Was Genty somebody that you wanted on the board?
Yes, I was a big believer in taking the Genty.
Yeah.
Where we took him with whoever was left at the time. I mean, my knowledge with college football players is next to nothing until the Raiders draft them. Then I'll do my extensive research. But for me, like when I go back to last season, having literally the worst rushing attack we've ever had in our history. I mean, you name one worse than the one we had last year. There isn't one. So to go and try to address that with what was supposed to be the best running back in a while, I still am a firm believer in Genty. Has it been underwhelming? It has. But still, there has been flashes of greatness, and I haven't given up on him. I am a believer in Genty. He will be great. This is just his rookie season, and at least he showed some things. Not like when we drafted these first-round draft picks in previous years who showed next to nothing, and then come their third or fourth year, what have they done? Absolutely nothing. You look at the guys who are coming into their third season, like a Tyree Wilson, who's still a spot guy. You know what I mean? So I believe in Genty. He will be great. Give him time in the line.
I hope you're right though. It's like I said, I'm not saying that Genty's gonna be bad, but the only reason why, we were one of the worst rushing attacks, so rightfully so. We had to address not only running back but offensive line and of course the quarterback position. But that's why I was so okay with getting somebody else, because I was a big Travion Henderson fan, and even the other guys that you could have gotten later on. That's the only reason why I was like, okay, I'm okay with passing up on him. But if he is that guy that could come over here and change it, then maybe. But it's just one season. I totally see that. What about you? Do you feel?
Same thing. I mean, I still believe he's a generational talent. I mean, we've seen him several times this season posterize, defensive players, laying them on their back. You know what I mean? Right. No diddy. But I still believe in this guy, man.
Yeah. So okay, well, if you had to choose, not knowing that Shador was going to be in the second, third, fourth round, Genty or Shador with that sixth pick, who are you picking, Noose?
That's a hard one, bro.
Come on, Noose.
I know the outcome. I know the outcome.
You got a hard one over there?
Come on,
that's a hard one, bro.
You said Shador Sanders, Ashton Genty. I got a hard one. I got a hard one.
That's a hard one,
table, guys.
Yeah.
That's a tough one because I love Ashton Genty. I believe in him. I think he's going to do. I know he's going to do great things. But then we should have got Shador Sanders in the fourth round.
Yeah. I mean, I said the same thing with Shador. I mean, I was a big Shador fan, even getting him at number 6. Of course, even when he dropped, it was like, okay, now you could get him with the second, third, fourth round pick, and it was like, okay, damn, you could have had Shador and Ashton Genty. That would have been crazy. But I mean, this season hasn't looked too great for Ashton Genty. I mean, the whole Raiders team in general, nobody's looked good at all. So I see that point, and go ahead.
Well, at least he's done some things. Like you look at a lot of these other rookies. They've done, granted, they haven't had the opportunity, but we haven't gotten much of anything out of any of these guys. Although on that note, I did notice Darian Porter today making some plays. So shout out to Darian when Kyle Blue Kelly went down. he was tough.
He stepped. Are you talking about like the rookies on our team?
Yeah, the rookies on our
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all the rookies, yeah, for sure. And that's why we talked about last week. I know, like, yeah, we could be a little bit critical of Ashton Genty so far this season, but sometimes I know we forget it could be worse because we had John Gruden and those picks that we had in the first rounds, all those. So like, we're not reaching, which is good. These last two drafts, I will say we're not reaching,
Right.
but we would want more wins and stuff like. What are you looking at me for?
Are you trying to take a shot at the greatest coach in Raider history? Because you were like, oh, because we had John Gruden drafting. You taking a shot at John Gruden?
Well, I'm saying like,
no.
I see.
You're on the
we've been
naughty
through
list.
worse.
Well, at least
You made the list.
At least Gruden found guys. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at guys that he found that are still cornerstones of this team to this day,
Yeah.
like Colton Miller, Max Crosby, guys he found, Josh Jacobs, Hunter
Yeah.
Renfro. You look at some of the other coaches we've had since in that time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, who did they bring to the table via the draft?
Who?
I mean, Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels. Who did? Yeah, who? I don't.
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
He brought
That's
Big
what I'm
D.
saying. Like, yeah, we can be
Tyrell-
critical of the first round draft.
He
picks
brought
there.
D.
Our MVP.
Hey, but he's at
Our
least
MVP was
five
brought by
fantasy.
Gruden.
Yeah. Well, that's what we
AJ
said.
Cole?
I think those mid-round, like they were good with the mid-round picks, but the first-round picks were always
I
bad.
know.
I'm just saying, as Raider fans, like we're so accustomed to see the Raiders reach that it feels good that they didn't reach. And I know we're only getting critical because we expect more out of these first-round picks. But like I said, I know it could be worse, especially during that time and whatnot. But I want to give a quick shout out to some super chats. I don't want to get out the, but shout out to Accelerator, my Oos, man. He's for the $2 donation. Samoan Raider, the Oosiest creator, man. I appreciate it. And we got Afghasi, man, one of the Ooses right here. Yay. We got Merck up in here for the $4.99. Okay, this is a good question because I know we're talking about Fernando Mendoza. He's the hot name, hot commodity. That's somebody I would love to draft. But would you mind if we got Dante Moore? And for me, if he's going into the draft, if he declares for the draft, then yes, of course. I think those are the two quarterbacks that I'm looking at to get in the first round, especially if you're picking in the top 5. But I know there's a lot of people saying that he might go back to college. I don't know. But I guess I'll kick it over to Fitz and we'll go around the table on Dante Moore.
I don't care who it is. One of those two. We need a quarterback. I'm tired of Geno Smith. I don't even. It'd be good to see Pickett. You know what I mean? But I don't care for Pickett. Do something, Raiders.
Yeah.
Go to church and figure it out.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, Dante doing good.
You know what college Dante Moore goes to?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he just went over here like
I don't give a shit.
I don't.
Look here, Santa. I'm gonna kick your ass after this interview.
Yeah, Dante.
No. Well, I'm asking you because didn't your boy transfer to Oregon and then
Oh,
Dante
yeah,
Moore?
he went back to the Bears.
He was scared of Dante Moore.
No.
Does anybody? What college does he come from? For the guys who, like myself, who fits it over there.
Dante Moore plays for Oregon. He's Oregon.
Okay. All right.
So
he probably sucks then.
Nah, bro.
no. He's actually pretty good.
He's up there
And
with
here's-
Mendoza.
Here's the problem, and here's the problem with the quarterbacks nowadays that we haven't experienced in the past with the NIL deals. So now these guys are making money.
Yeah.
They're already making money. They used to come to the draft early because they need the money, right? So with Dante Moore, good quarterback, athletic, moves, runs, everything.
I think CJ Stroud.
I don't think he's coming out. I think he's going to stay one more year. So if he doesn't declare, right, because they have till January 15th to declare for the draft. I don't think he's going to declare. And if he does, he's going to be top 10 pick. If not, but he's still going to need, like if the Raiders want to draft Dante Moore, we have to be patient with him because he's going to have to learn a lot. He would benefit from another year in college.
I was going to ask a question just on that with the new NIL deals and that. Does it would someone like you're talking about Moore, would he make more money being on a NIL deal staying in college than he would being a first round draft pick, even if he was taken in that top 5 position?
For the year, he'll probably make about the same because at Oregon, owned by Nike, Phil Knight, all that money over there, they could probably match him a $6 million deal. Long term, he's probably giving it up. And you take the risk of going back to college and now dropping in the draft.
Yeah.
like Drew Aller.
I was just gonna bring that up because Drew Aller is a name that last year everybody was on, and I was too. But that I was gonna say because would you, if you were Dante Moore, would you go into the NFL? And yeah, the money is still the same in college, but you got to replicate the same thing you did this year. And a lot of quarterbacks, they do good for that 1 year, and then you move on. You never know if you're gonna do the same thing the next year. look at Arch Manning. I mean, last year, if he was eligible to go into the draft, everybody's looking at Arch Manning as the number 1 pick. A year later, he's not even looking like he would even be in the first round or second round now with the way he's been playing. But yeah, I think Dante Moore, for his best interest, I think going into draft and for our best interest too is like, because if he doesn't, then you're just looking at Fernando Mendoza and even Ty Simpson, and I think that's a bit of a drop from, and then Lenore Sellers and all those other guys who you could.
And
I don't want to spend that first round pick on.
Quarterbacks out of Oregon have been
pretty good,
basically dominating the league right now, right?
You look at Bo Nix. We just got whooped by one.
Bo Nix. We got whooped last week by Justin Herbert.
We got whooped last week.
We got Mariota whooped our ass this year.
Oh, damn.
Mariota did too.
So Oregon has been able to kick out some quarterbacks if you want to look down that road.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, and it's something that I try to look at, and I thought I was blowing it off, and like, oh.
You're blowing it off?
And I didn't think much of it for a long time, and I was like, whatever, it's bullshit. But now that I look into it and I've been doing more research, Bill Parcells, the old Giants coach, he has 6 rules to drafting a quarterback. I don't know if you guys ever hear of these.
Let us know.
Let me kind of move this because I'm eating all this. So his rules are: the player must be a 3-year starter, a senior and a college grad, have 30 games started, and out of those 30 starts, win 23 of them, have a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and he has to complete 60% of his passes, right? So he likes basically, and there's only one quarterback this year that matches that, and that's Mendoza. That's
Fernando Mendoza.
Who's right there. Everybody else is still, everybody likes Ty Simpson out of Alabama, 1 year. We just saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
And it looks like he needs another year.
I'm not really high on those Alabama quarterbacks too. Like they don't really pan out in the league, kind of.
I just want us to take somebody, man.
No,
I'm tired of this journeyman route that we keep trying and trying and trying ever since Rich Gannon, and it just doesn't work out. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. Let's just try. I mean, the last time we tried was Derek Carr in the second round.
I mean,
we've taken guys in
Jamarcus in the first.
I'm talking, second and the first. Jamarcus Russell, like when people discuss, should we take a quarterback early or not? Jamarcus Russell keeps getting brought up, but how long ago was that? That was nearly 20 years ago. We cannot let the fear of what happened with picking Jamarcus Russell take us away from taking another shot. I mean, you're never going to make the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
So,
I love that.
What
money don't make money.
What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work out. What's the news? But if it does work out, then we found the guy that we've been looking for that can take us to hopefully the promised land and beyond.
If it doesn't work out, what?
Yeah, what's the news?
25 losing seasons?
Hey, no, we wasted another first round pick.
Just take the shot, damn it.
That's why I've been so high on quarterbacks, whether it was Shador's year or whether it was the year before that or just moving up. I feel like this year, but what we've done every single year, even though we've been sucking, is the fact that we'll mess up our draft position this time of the year. Like halfway through the season, we're sitting around the top 3 pick, and we're like, okay, we're going to lose the rest. Then we start winning games and believing again in something, and we just fall off of the top quarterbacks, whether it was C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniel years, and all that. And then we're just sitting there at number 10 like, oh, we can't really move up. And we just take best player available, which, doesn't work out right now, but getting the quarterback of the future, I think, is the route to go. And looking at the trajectory of the Raiders right now, we have a chance to get the number 1 pick. And Fernando, I think, has all those, like, everything that you listed, even just watching him these past couple of weeks, because I just got turned on by him these last couple of weeks.
He turned you on.
Okay, my bad. That's on me. But no, yeah, like I just started looking up into, like, when I started looking at quarterbacks, like halfway through the season. I mean, week 6 is when I was looking at mock drafts already. That's how sad our season has been so far. But yeah, like he looks like that prototypical quarterback that we could take a chance on and be that guy. And I feel like on top of what you listed, even if we draft a top quarterback, I'm not even prone to him like sitting for a year. Like, still get a veteran quarterback, whoever it may be. Well, I don't know about Geno, but get a veteran quarterback. What?
Shador.
That's not a veteran.
No. Geno.
Oh yeah, we could still keep Geno.
What's up with Geno next year?
I mean, his numbers do align in numerology.
Oh yeah, he said that last time. Numerology, Geno. If we stick to it and believe and just say, hey, Geno, I know shit's been going downhill, but we'll keep you for another season to be at least a starter or at least compete in the offseason with.
And next year is supposed to be his best year in life.
Okay.
That wouldn't that be our luck?
But that would
Raider
be our
fans,
luck.
like Gino leaves us and he goes into like
Another team, and then
win.
balls the
Of
fuck out.
course, that happens all the time. I mean, can you expect any less? Like
Geno
every
Smith.
time a player leaves the Raiders, it's like hallelujah. They figure it out and they
Yeah.
become all pros or pro bowlers all
That's
of a
why
sudden.
we gotta hold on to him for
I
another
would say off
year.
of numerology, astrology, I would hold him next year.
Yeah.
Next year is his year.
I don't know if Gino wants to come back.
I mean,
I don't.
I called it. Hey, am I lying?
traumatized.
Didn't I call it with what's his name? Christian Wilkins.
yeah, you said
The day he signed, and we had that interview.
Jinxed us last
No. Numerology, astrology said he's coming to Vegas, and he would have the worst position or whatever you want to call it here in Vegas, and we cut him after 2 years.
I remember you said Christian Wilkins is gonna be kissing all his teammates.
Yeah.
I did not
He
say
called
that.
it.
You said that before.
Yeah, he
Well,
said that.
the day
he called
the day
it.
we signed him, I happened to just look up his astrology and numerology, and I said it on the podcast. We recorded it. I said because he asked me how are you excited about it? And I said honestly, he's not going to have a good future here with the Raiders due to astrology and numerology. Everybody was like, "You're smoking crack," this and that. What happened? Horrible here in Vegas.
Were you smoking crack though?
Were you still? A little bit. Well, I mean, hey, that's the direction I will go in. That's the direction I wanted this past year. Was like, okay, we got Geno, but still get a quarterback that could at least compete or learn under Geno. Whether it was Shador, I thought he was the perfect prospect to sit at least for a year or two. But moving forward, if we do draft somebody in the first round, I would still want him to sit behind a veteran quarterback, or at least fight for a spot or fight for the starting spot, not just be given it. And Tom Brady, who's our minority owner, hasn't done really good for his first season. That's one thing that he preaches is that rookie quarterbacks shouldn't be expected to turn the whole franchise around in year one. You give them time to develop and get better. But knowing us and our luck, we would want.
Tom needs to teach these guys how to cheat.
Tom.
Hey, you know what they say?
Yeah.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
What's Raider rule number 1?
I forgot what it is.
Come on.
It's
Hey,
cheating.
You don't know what Raider rule number 1 is?
By any means.
No, cheating is
encouraged.
oh,
What's
yeah.
Raider rule number 2? Cena rule number 1. Damn, gang, you didn't know
See?
that?
No, you're about fake Raider fans over here. So. I remember that, but I forgot. I knew it was
we
cheating.
never went to Oakland.
No, he never went to Oakland. You
You're only LA. We're only going to LA.
no, that is true though. But heck, Tom Brady, what he needs to do is just throw the pads on and be our veteran quarterback next year. That's what he needs to do.
Oh, he's going to
Flag football.
he's gonna go play.
Yeah,
flag
he's playing
football in
flag
Saudi
football.
Arabia.
Dubai or whatever.
And he's taking Brock Bowers with him.
Isn't
and
that
Max.
an Olympic sport now?
No.
Flag football? I think it
so.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, the next Olympics. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Saudi Arabia is making their own league now because they're paying everybody to do it.
I mean, it's taking over breakdancing, and my fellow Australian is not going to have a chance to compete.
Oh
again.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go. There
We
we
have
go.
That was super embarrassing.
well, I don't know how much Tom Brady is getting paid, but I think the reason Tom Brady hasn't broke his Fox deal is because he's making more money doing that Fox in 7 years than he ever did in his career.
That's crazy.
He's gonna go get the money from Saudi Arabia. It looks like he's trying to stack that money so maybe he could buy more of the Raiders. I don't know. And maybe that's his plan. Like, hey, 7 years from now, I want to be majority owner or right there, me and Mark are
Equal.
equal. Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about with Tom Brady is that he turns into Michael Jordan as an owner, and we just believe that he's going to turn it around, and then he never is.
Honestly, I don't care, man. I just want to win. Yeah. I don't care who owns the franchise, who's running.
Yeah.
Just get us wins, for Christ's sake.
That's why I'm worried about it because I hope he brings wins over here. Real quick,
Better shit he owes us.
he does. Shout out to Trick again for the $10 donation. He says Chucky lives, make Gruden a Raider again. Oh man.
I honestly
You
wouldn't
were
be mad.
bashing
There we
I
go
honestly
again.
wouldn't be mad.
Okay, yeah. Let me know. What do you think about bringing Chucky back?
It's sad to say, like, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, when we had John Gruden as our coach for the second time around, because I wasn't around for the first time around.
Yeah.
I wasn't super high on the move. I still find it one of the most unforgivable things that we've ever done is trading away Khalil Mack, a guy who, and I don't throw that word out lightly, was a generation of talent, still is.
No.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you
To
on that
me,
one.
the 1A and 1B being the greatest defensive player we've had in the door since the turn of the millennium. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And that's just my opinion. And to trade that away in the peak of his career, that's unforgivable. However, at least with Gruden, there was a bit of a vision. You know what I mean? Like we knew when he took over, we went through that whole Gruden purge. You know, it was a pill we just had to swallow. Pause. But after that, at least every year we were slowly looking like we were getting better. We were getting there, right?
Yeah.
And then that whole Washington investigation goes, and of course, how is it you investigating a different team and we lose our head coach? And make sense to me. But going through what we've been through the last few seasons with the coaching carousel since, like, it's honestly made me appreciate what Gruden was able to do here. I mean, yeah, he made his mistakes, but at least we were trending upwards and not like this, how it's been since then. And I wish I wasn't in this position, but here we are. If they were to announce that we'd fired Carroll today and we were going to bring back Chucky, I'd be with it. And that's sad to say. I hate the state of affairs we're in now.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Fire Pete and bring Chuck back.
Why?
Because he's the GOAT. I don't like the long explanation.
Okay, well,
it's short and simple.
You like short and simple, huh?
Hey, it makes it work, Goose.
Be done with it.
Yeah, just get it over with.
Okay, well, I'll go with it because I think we spoke on it last week. I wouldn't want Gruden back. Not saying that he was bad, and he was trading in the right direction. And I was excited when he came the second time around because I didn't see him that first time. So like seeing that whole thing, and I feel like the only reason why he was steadily going up is because they gave him the time. He had a 10-year plan. Mark was going to let him do his thing, and we were going in the right direction. The NFL screwed us over, and it sucked. And it just killed any momentum that we had because we finally were putting things together. And it took John Gruden to tear down a lot of pieces. We traded away Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack. We've got draft picks. Most of them didn't work out, but he did get those core players in the middle. So I always respect that, and I feel like we were going to be good. But bringing them back again, I feel like, okay, we're going to start all over again, you know? Like, because these are not his...
What's the worst that could happen?
Right.
No, but there's other coaches that I'd rather have on this team with a better pedigree than John Gruden right now. I'm not saying that it would be bad, but like as me as a fan, I wouldn't want to go back to that. The same way I wouldn't want to go back to Derek Carr. Yeah, they were the best thing that happened to us these last couple of years, and it's been bad. Trust me, I think Gruden's still the better. But none of these coaches had chances. Josh McDaniels, everybody wanted to fire him after a year and a half. Which, yeah, my thing is I give coaches 2 to 3 years. Let's see what you can do.
McDaniels deserve it. I don't care what anyone says.
And rightfully so. He
laughing at us now.
Mark. Well, yeah. Now look at the Patriots.
Now.
The hell with that guy.
We still paying him to be.
Yeah. But then you look at AP and him being over here. He didn't get more than 1 year to see what he can do. Now he wasn't the best. I will admit that. And I was frustrated with his play calling and everything, and even decision making. You know, making Minshew the starting quarterback over AOC at the beginning of the season. It didn't make a lot of sense. Plus, not only that, they didn't even address the quarterback position as much as they should have.
Or the running back position.
Or there was a lot of things that he didn't do right, but there was some things that, okay, it was a little bit better. He was a good motivational speaker. They got to smoke cigars after the game. But outside of that, like, he was only given one season.
Hey, AP yelled Raiders better than any head coach, man.
Yeah. Hey, everybody said we had the Patriot way with McDaniels. We have the Seahawk way over here, and it's not working. Antonio Pierce is the only one that actually brought something back, was the Raider way, and we had one of our worst seasons. You know, it reminded me of the old Raiders. and last year was bad, but damn, this year's even worse. But like, my thing is like, I rather, there's other qualified talents out there that I would rather have as a coach right now than John Gruden, and that's just how I feel.
I agree with that. It was only because you asked about Gruden.
No, I agree.
I do agree. Like, you know, if we can find a guy that can take us to, again, like I said about the addressing the quarterback position, I don't care who, I don't care how, I don't care where he came from. If he can get us wins or get us trending in the right direction, give us a vision that there's going to be light at the tunnel at the end of the day, because that was my bare expectation with this season. Is it may not be the wins and the losses, because that doesn't tell the full story, but like at least give us enough of a body of work that there's hope that we can get there. And this season has fallen drastically short of that. It's not even close.
You want to do what the billboard says, right?
What's that?
Compete.
Right.
Compete.
That's
ideally wins, but you know, at least look like we can get there. Right now, we're so far, we're further away from it than we were last season.
So watching the team, we were officially eliminated last week, right? And after last week, watching the team against the Broncos today, do you still think that they're fighting for Pete Carroll? Do you think Pete Carroll's still the right guy for the job? Like, should we continue with Pete? It looks like Olsen has made a couple adjustments to the offense. Nothing spectacular, right?
Right.
I think if Pete Carroll does stay, Patrick Graham will be gone. And then we give Pete a new defensive coordinator. Do you still see the team like hanging in with them, or are you kind of on the?
I don't know, man.
Let's get rid of Pete.
So checked out. They just seem so checked out.
So you're done, right, Fitz? You're done with them.
He's done with it.
Yeah, get him out of there.
You're done with Pete Carroll's done. But do you see any promise like with the team? Like if they go, hey, we're gonna run it back with Pete next year. We're gonna draft a
I don't
quarterback.
see it. He promised 10 wins. He didn't come through.
The only reason I don't see it is because if we were at least looking competitive, then okay. But the reason with Pete, even as bad as this looked, it is his age. I think that's the biggest thing, and we can't really have a future, or at least, hey, let's build on the next couple of years with him because of his age. Unless we brought in a coordinator that we say, okay, you're going to be the next guy after Pete moves on. But as much as I stuck up for Pete this year, I think his days are numbered in the silver and black.
I think we'll see a funeral before we do a Super Bowl with him.
So at the end of the day, like, it's not just him; it's everywhere. Every position, coach or player, like there has to be a bare minimum expectation, and he hasn't even come close to achieving those bare minimum expectations.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like if we stick with him, whatever. But it's like I said before. Like if we released him right now, said he's fired, I wouldn't cry about it, and that's really sad to say.
I wouldn't cry. Maybe I'd cry. I don't know. But what do you?
Because there was reports this week by.
I did see that. Yep, I seen that.
And it said that the Raiders aren't sure what they're going to do, and of course, I think Pete Carroll has earned the respect that the Raiders won't fire him during the season.
Right.
I don't. He's a Super Bowl head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach. I don't think the Raiders will disrespect a guy like Pete Carroll with firing him during the season. Now, I think they want to see what they have, and this is what we've talked about this before. If you're going to win these games, that means you want Pete Carroll to be here next year. But if you're not, these games absolutely mean nothing. They mean nothing. But when I saw that report and it said anonymous Raider front office says we don't know what we're doing, or we still I was like, that's typical Raider shit right there, right? That's still like, shouldn't you be like knowing what? Like right now we should be like already looking, going, yeah, Pete's our guy for next year, or no, Pete's not our guy. But of course, I mean, nobody's going to ask these questions. We can't go to a press conference and ask these questions because nobody's going to give you the real answers that you want anyways.
I didn't even watch presses.
Yeah,
it's just PR.
Everybody thinks like press conferences are let's listen into this press conference, and I want you to ask Geno Smith why he sucks. Like, or I want you to ask Pete Carroll why you haven't fired your son. You think he's really going to say anything? Like,
and not only that, if they do ask him that, they're not going to be back in that press room most of the next week. They're not going to be in that press room anymore. Exactly. So I understand both sides of it. You can't really get the full details on everything. You can't even ask straight up questions like that because they won't answer that, or Pete will probably just laugh at you. And the Raiders, I don't think they do know what they're doing or what they can do moving forward. Like I said, if it was a younger coach and we had a younger quarterback, that hey, we have something to look forward to. Because even going back to John Gruden's era, that first year was bad. And even before that, when we had Dennis, it was like the 2014 season with Derek Carr, it was bad, but we had something to look forward to. Like looking at this team right now, it just seems like we have nothing to look forward to. And it just seems like, okay, we could just rebuild it. Hey, bring in a new coaching staff. Let's see what we can do. As much as I don't like to see that, I feel like that's the direction. And shout out to Merck again for the $4.99. Goes into what I was saying earlier. He says, watch us win all of our matches after this and get out and take us outside of the top 5 again. And that's the most Raider thing to do. I think we're gonna win the next 3 out of what was it, 4 or 5 games? I don't know how many games are left. It was
3, right?
3 games?
No.
No, there's like 4 or 5.
What are we, 2 and 11?
So that's 13,
so 5 more.
4 games, right?
4 or 5?
4 or 5.
Is it 17?
We got the Eagles. We got the Eagles. I know we're on the road
Giants. We're Eagles.
We're on the road for 2 games. Then we come back for 2 games.
Have we played Kansas City twice? Or?
Yeah, we got to play in the last game.
Oh yeah. We played twice.
So I think 4 more games.
Have we played them twice yet?
No.
So that'll be one of the games.
Yeah, and
It's a
like
for sure loss.
so I don't like us Raider fans. We don't expect. Oh, me. I'll speak for myself. I don't expect the Raiders to win any more games. The way they've been playing, like even if I wanted them to win, I don't think they'll win. But like you said, shout out to Merck. I feel like the Raiders might fuck around and not even know how to tank right. So we might win 2 more games and just get us out of the top 5 and be like, okay, let's go get number 1 wide receiver next year. Well, I don't know what it is, but yeah, shout out to Merck for the $4.99. Shout out to Aunt Six Soldier again for the $5. He says, I want to draft the best player available. Alvaro Martinez, free safety out of Miami, or 2-way superstar Dustin from USC. Okay, do you know that? I'm going to pass it over to Afkasi.
So Alvaro Martinez is a highly touted prospect, and from what I hear, he's a real ladies' man too. So shout out to Martinez. And
Dustin from USC?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
See, I don't know. So.
Yeah, long story short, he apparently he's a 2-way superstar now. Yeah, right here.
Okay,
but we'll move along.
Yeah,
shout out to On 6.
He got 1 star right here.
We got 1 star over here. Okay, okay. Let me get into some things. I want to talk about the game, and then I'm gonna talk to Afkasi and stuff. We'll ask him some questions. But of course, the Raiders lost 24-7. I'm gonna get everybody's thoughts on it. But the main thing I want to talk about is the Raiders basically hitting the over on the 40.5 in the last second field goal that the Raiders didn't need to do. That's why I was surprised. We were walking out a little bit before the end, and we were like, okay, it's 24-14. We lost, and then I look back, I was like, when did we get 17? I was like, when did we get 17? But then
Vegas made that call. It was like, hey Pete, can you do us a favor, kick that field goal?
So Joe or Santa brought it up to us a little bit earlier. I don't know if you want to like harp on it, Us, and see what the whole frustration is about. A lot of bettors being, especially the bettors that bet under for this game.
Yeah, a lot of people are pissed off because we are in Las Vegas. There's a lot of gambling. It's easy to pick up your phone and gamble now. So the over under on point spread and on the points in this game was 40.5 points. It didn't look like we were gonna get close to that. And then Kenny Pickett came in, went right down the field, scored a touchdown. Now it's 24-14. We have 5. Then we get the ball back. Kenny Pickett's driving, and there's 5 seconds left. And we thought, Hail Mary, go for it. Field goal on the team. And everybody's booing.
What's the distance? What was the distance for the field goal?
46-yarder. And he actually made it.
I think that to that point, though,
Yeah.
I think maybe that had a lot to do with it because, Daniel Carlson has struggled this year with his kicking. And I think personally that's probably why they did it is just to continue to build that confidence level with him. Because we all know what he can do at his best. This season's probably has another thing that hasn't gone right. But the last few weeks they've been trying to – he's been hitting his extra points, and maybe I believe that's why they went for it. Just, get him out there, get him some live fire reps, you know what I mean, trying to hit a field goal and build his confidence and try and get him back to being at his best again.
So it wasn't,
or Pete Carroll had the over.
Right.
It's not Pete and Pete didn't get that phone call, but
Hey, we need you to kick the field goal.
I'm just giving a different perspective. Like maybe perhaps that's
what's his name?
legitimate reason.
the reasonable answer is what you're giving.
Yeah.
Right.
We're giving the hypothetical
Right.
Yeah.
because
Call the FBI right now.
Because there's been a lot of calls like that this year where a lot of people are like taking that and be like, oh shoot, like there's something going on, or NFL is messing around. But there's also other fans, like you said, like the point that you brought up is like people don't even think, I don't even look at a lot of betting stuff, but until you brought it up to me right now, it's like, okay, I could see where that makes sense. Or it could be the other way around where Afkasi was like, maybe they just want Daniel to see what he can do. Then again, why not just let Kenny just throw it and see what he can do? I mean, it goes both ways.
Right.
But at least it looks better. We only lost 24-17, but
I think the gambling thing has been picked up more because of what's going on in the NBA.
NBA, bro.
And then this weekend alone, there was a college football running back. I don't know if you saw.
He ran out of
or a wide
bounds.
receiver. He caught the ball. Nothing but open field. Ran out of bounds.
And he got busted for betting.
I don't know if he got busted.
No, they did. They busted him. He was involved in something with betting.
I was trying to verify it, but I haven't seen anything. But I was just like, I mean, it is happening.
We should hit up the players and do some big bets and.
Maybe that's why. Hey, you know what? That's why the Raiders suck. Because
Hey, Gino, you want to make some side money?
I'm hoping, man.
I need you to throw 5 picks in the one quarter.
Gino's like, you don't have to ask me to do that.
I'll just do it for you.
I just got you.
What's the over/under? How many middle fingers will
I know the NFL
fans?
I know the NFL is making rules now that they're taking certain bets away, like simple bets like that, like the first play of the game is going to be a handoff or whatever. Like they're not going to be able to do that because of baseball and NBA and all that stuff like that. One guy has my first pitch in the game is going to be a strike or a ball. Like they're taking simple bets like that away that people can actually cheat and easier.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just we've been talking about it, like little stuff like that, like the field goal today adds on, and the NFL is actually under an entertainment. They're labeled as an entertainment business, so they can legally do it.
Oh shit! Did not know that.
I mean, that's why there's a script, Deuce. I wouldn't be surprised if
Hey,
it was.
that's who we need to find, the script writers.
It's probably fucking what's his name? Roger Goodell.
I mean, yeah.
Nah, Roger likes us.
Yeah, fuck
Roger's
Roger.
nice.
Roger said, yeah.
There's 3 people I hate in this world: Roger Goodell, referees, and the fucking DA.
Which DA?
All DAs.
Adams.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Hey, but real quick, I want to give a shout out to the chat, everybody in the chat. If you guys haven't already, man, hit the like button. Takes a little bit of your time, but does a lot for the channel. We got some shout outs up in here, man. Of course, okay, pause on this. His name is Daddy D79. He says, I like the UK guy. Well, he's Aussie.
I'm Australian, but thank you. I appreciate you.
But I'm not a fan of the Fat Santa. Okay.
Which Fat Santa?
That's why that motherfucker don't get nothing for Christmas.
Put his ass on a naughty list, dude. But we got some shout outs to Afghasi up in here. 805 Raider, man. He says, Afghasi, man, good linking up with you this Saturday. Have a safe trip back home, brother.
Yeah,
we had somebody else up in here too. Raider Paul up in here says, "Oh shit, Afghasi's still in the States. Damn. Okay, yeah. Hey, Afghasi out here doing his thing, man. It's good to have him on the show. I
appreciate
had
the love from everyone in the chat. You know, those are my guys. 805. Shout out to you, Raider Paul. And who was the other guy that's
Raider Paul.
He said he thought I was from the UK.
Oh, Daddy D.
Daddy D. Well, shout out to you. Yeah, I'm from Australia, so but I appreciate the love.
Yeah, man. He knows his things too, and I like the different perspective, and that's why, as Raider fans, like it's good to have different perspectives. Like I might not agree with this guy all the time or that guy, but as long as we can have a conversation and talk about it, at the end of the day, we're fans talking about the team. We don't get paid for it.
We're just fans with an opinion.
Yeah, with opinions.
That's it.
Our God-given gift.
I'm wrong more than I'm ever right.
I like how he says we don't get paid for it. Mark Davis pays this guy.
Yeah.
This fool gets paid.
I've seen the checks.
Hey, Mark, the last check didn't clear, so
He had to pay the coaches for the last 5 years.
I mean, shit, I got to dress as Santa to fucking pay some bills. Like, goddamn.
Mark, man, they killing me on Twitter, dog. So hey, you got to clear them checks pretty soon. No, I'm just joking.
Well, you know, Daddy D, when's the last time you saw a skinny Santa? Santas are supposed to be fat, dude. Shit.
He said, I don't think it's the moral of Santa. I think it's just the one wearing Santa that he doesn't like.
Oh. I won't say it to my face.
Shout out to Mark for the $1.99 donation, man. It seemed like the money going down now. But I was just joking. I was just joking. All jokes. He said get Simone at head coach and Joe at GM. No, hell no. He's not gonna be my boss. I could be the GM and he could be my head coach. So I could fire him if he doesn't do good in the first. I
was gonna say because the first day I'm GM, you're fired.
We could hire Fitz for offensive coordinator.
Yeah, right.
Well, who can we trade for Shador? Max?
Me and Fitz are going to take Deuce Gruden's spot.
Deuce Gruden?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
We're going to be the, what does he do, the physical training?
Yeah, he's, I think, physical training. Is he taller than Ashton Genty or shorter?
No, he's much shorter. He's much
shorter.
Much shorter?
Damn.
There was a picture that went viral this year of how short he was. I forget who he was standing next to, but.
Where I was sitting.
He was standing next to a dwarf, right?
What the fuck?
he is short. He's short as shit.
Yeah, he is short.
I remember I was sitting right behind where he was on the sideline, and he was.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. I mean, he's a built guy, but he's very short. Yeah.
But at least, hey, I will give Deuce this. I will give Deuce this. Like, He's one of the longest tenured Raider staffs on the team. What the fuck are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Fat Santa laughing.
Man, both Santas over here, dog. Like
Samoan Santa is talking about
for the South
dwarf.
Pole and the North Pole over here.
Or was it an elf?
Hey, speaking of strength and conditioning, how anyone hear the news with Kyle Blue Kelly? I mean, he got carted off.
He did
in the
get
course
carted
of
off,
the
and
game,
I don't
It
know.
seemed pretty bad. I remember seeing because he got injured away from the play, and it was actually the Broncos players who were like, when you see them making gestures, you know something's wrong. Any news about that?
I don't know.
Joe, can you look it up?
I guess.
And shout out to Kyle Blue Kelly. I mean, the last couple weeks he'd been doing all right.
Yeah. He hasn't been doing the best all the time, but he's made
Right.
some plays though. And I mean, you were in LA. You seen that?
Yeah, I saw that interception. I mean, yeah, exactly. He hasn't been, the start of the season hasn't been kind from him statistically and via PFF and all that. But at least there's been some plays that he's made. He's made some interceptions. He's been getting better towards the last couple of games, and shout out to him. Hopefully he's okay.
Shout out to
I
Kyle
don't
Blue.
see. I don't see the exact injury. It just says they put an air cast on his leg, so that more than likely means broken leg, right?
Right.
Yep. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the exact injury, but it just
Yeah.
kind of hard. And then we didn't watch the press conference because we come straight here. You see, I see your fake glasses, and I still gotta lift them up like they're doing something like.
No, well, about like the same thing that you say about Kyle Blue Kelly is the same way I feel about Isaiah Pull-Him-Out. Isaiah is always making plays out there, but there are some times where
He's on the other side of it.
he's
Overall,
getting got. But overall, I'd take him over Jeremy Chin any day though.
Get your.
Okay, if you don't know, like he's a big, like he always gets on Isaiah.
I like Jeremy Chin.
He likes Jeremy Chin over Isaiah, but
How much do you like him?
I like Jeremy Chin that I got enough chins to cover it, dude. But Jeremy Chin, the defense has been playing a little different since Lonnie Johnson's been back. So I like that, and it's been able to put people in their spots and
he got shook out of his boots last week. That was pretty bad.
yeah, that one was bad. But
he did. Give up that big
Yeah.
touchdown.
But putting the safeties back to where they need to and helping us out a little bit, it's been looking. We're not going today. They went up and down the field, but it's not. It's more of the system, the cover three and everything else that we're running.
We look awful in zone.
Yeah,
When you watch the game, not just on the TV, but when you see the field because you're there live, I just notice every time we sit in zone, we just get picked apart each and every time. It's just not one of these. And just another thing that just ain't working.
going into this game, I think we ran cover three 45% of the time, 46% of the time, and that's like double, triple than any other team in the NFL. Like it's an outdated system that Pete loves, but it just doesn't work anymore.
You mean Patrick?
No, this is Pete's defense. That's why I said like Patrick Graham and Pete don't go together. Pete same thing. Pete forced his offense on Chip Kelly. He's forcing his defense on Patrick Graham, and Patrick Graham is going to be the guy who takes the fall, of course. But if you look at the defense, this is Pete's defense.
My argument with Patrick Graham and it has been whenever someone brings up the topic of let's fire Patrick Graham or get a new defensive coordinator. For me, like these last couple of seasons, when Patrick Graham's defense has been on point and at their best, it's been better than just about every other defensive coordinator that has been in the door since I've been a Raider fan. You know what I mean? Like, Gus Bradley, Paul Gunther, and Ken Norton Jr. Like, it's just yeah, exactly. Like, so like at least on his best days, like the offense isn't really doing us any favors. Like as soon as we get a turnover, we just give it right back to him, 3 and out, or it's an interception. So yeah, that's just how I feel.
And isn't it crazy though? Like we finally get ourselves like a pretty solid defense, right? And the offense is just trash, bro. Like we can't do nothing offensively. I think that's the frustrating thing, and I understand that's why a lot of people bring up DC and those offenses because they were not always the problem because our defenses has always been pretty bad up until 2021 where they were like pretty solid. But outside of that, most of the time they were all bad. But now, I feel like that's why the expectations going into the season were a little higher than what we've seen throughout the season so far, and why a lot of Raider fans are frustrated, including me,
We're all
because
frustrated.
I thought the biggest our Achilles heel was going to be the defense this year. because I thought the offense, oh shit, we got Chip Kelly, we got Geno Smith, we got Pete Carroll, like we got pieces here. We got Ashton Jency, Brock Bowers. Nobody gonna stop us. And shit, everybody's stopping us. You know, like so now, but we got our defense has been good this year. There's been games where they've got right, but for the most part, they've been able to get a lot of turnovers, sacks, and the defense just played pretty well. I mean, even with the veteran players that we brought in with Devin White, even Jamal Adams, they've done pretty solid.
Yeah, Jamal Adams looked good today, huh? When he got ran over by RJ.
It's just one game. It was not.
Oh, that was a bad play. Like it was a third down. He had him stopped like 3 yards behind and somehow like let him go to the ground. It's like that's what's frustrating. I think the most is our defense is able to get teams at third down, but they're not able to get off the field when it's third down. Like like come on, like make that one final play, do something, and it just seems like every time on third down, our defense does something to play. Oh, here we go, first down. Stay back out there. But I mean, a lot of that goes to depth, and it goes to what our turnover has been. Like switching, it goes back to what we've been talking about. When you switch coaches and GMs every single year, you're trying to bring a new roster in all the time, and you're going to have people that don't mix and match in systems, and it's.
It just sucks that we're at this point where we're at now. Like the majority of Raider fans, myself included, thought that at least for the most part before the season started, it looked good on paper. You know, we got an experienced coach who has won Super Bowls, a offensive coordinator who has had a degree of success. You know, he won. Didn't he win a college football championship with Ohio State?
Yeah. Chip Kelly. Yep.
Was it Ohio State or something?
Ohio State. Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, the credentials was there, but just, of course, the Raider way just doesn't.
The Raider, yeah.
When you think you've got it sorted,
Yeah.
you better think again because it just doesn't
Dysfunction
work.
always
out.
follows, man.
Right.
And that's why I said, like, we joke about it a lot. It's like at this point, I don't even know the answer. Like, you would think we know the answers, but I feel like we're just cursed. You know, like the Raiders, it don't matter what it is. Like, I didn't want to.
Somebody's got to sell their soul.
Go ahead, Ooze. You could do that for the team.
Somebody's got to do anything. It's not going to be me,
It ain't
though.
gonna be me. Ooze. It ain't gonna be me.
We got to find somebody.
Yeah.
Sell their soul
Hey, I took Sage. Remember, I mean, I walked
Yeah.
around with
That's
Sage.
probably why we've been bad this
I
year.
think we've
You
been
did it
worse.
the
I think
first home
Sage
games.
I think we've been worse.
I know, but he brought the worst.
He needs
to
to bring it inside. Which sacrifice one time.
I think
inside,
Santa would
light
be
it
a
on
good
fire.
sacrifice.
So how
I think that would
How
appease
would
the
you-
football gods, right?
how would you get that in through security? Or,
I mean, it's not metal.
do you know how to
You know
how would you do?
Ooze.
You got to hoop it.
Oh, what is hooping?
You know what I mean? Use your man pocket. Not me, you. Yeah, all jokes aside, just one time for the team. Sage the inside. You never know. You sage the outside, and the tailgates have been better since then.
Tailgates have been
Yeah,
nice.
because you saged the outside.
Yeah, the tailgates.
Now you gotta
Yeah,
take
especially
one for the
Masquerade.
team.
Oh, yeah, Masquerade. Promo code Raiderverse10 if you guys want to go to that last two games. All you can eat, all you can drink. Just throw that out there.
It's just out there, man. We
Just
just
one
put
time,
it-
take the sage inside, light it on. Next thing you know,
She gonna get kicked out the stadium. They gonna see like, where's that from, guys? No, but okay. What the season and how it's been so far? I do want to ask some general questions and get everybody's thoughts on it. First thing being first, of course, the Raiders. We suck this year. Nothing new about that, right?
What's the news?
But there's nothing new. It's just same thing, different year, right? For the Raiders. But okay, we're at this part of the season already where we've been the last couple of years. We're in prime position to get the number one pick. Do we tank or do we just win?
tank.
Start off with Santa and then we'll go around.
What's our motto?
Just tank, baby.
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. Like, no, they should go out there with the expectations of winning. Is our team good enough to do it? No, but go out there, put the best on the field. You still got to see what you got out there. If you win, fuck, like we're gonna be mad. Or some people will be mad, some people will be happy. But go out there and put the effort out there, and if it happens to be a win, it happens to be a win. But don't go out there and just lay down. I don't want you to just go out there and lay down.
You know.
So for me personally, and I shared this with you when we were driving here. Look, come draft day is like my Christmas. I get excited for it. You know, the higher position, the better, I guess, in the first round. You know, you've got more of the pick of the litter to get what hopefully is, going to be a player that could help turn around this franchise and that. With that said, we're not at the draft yet. And to your point, what's our motto? Just win, baby. Like, no one's going to ask me to be unhappy or angry if we win a game. I'm never going to be upset if the Raiders win. I will always be happy. I don't care the context. I don't care of the ramifications come next season. This is still this season. You know, the season's a wash, okay. But it's to your point, you know, just win, baby. If we win, we win. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to be happy about it. Laugh now, cry later. So that's just how I feel.
100%. Worry about the offseason in the offseason.
Right.
And if we have, like, if we end up with the number 5 pick or whatever it is, and we have to end up trading up, we end up trading up. But we worry about the offseason in the offseason. Right. And that I've always said the same thing. I'm glad you said it because that's 100%.
To feel otherwise, to be angry or upset about a win, no matter the context, to me is Buster mentality.
Yeah.
Buster mentality.
I can't believe my team won.
Oh, damn. We won. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? You know?
You guys going out there winning games now?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, motherfucker.
All of a sudden, you want to win games?
And like you said, like we could think Mendoza's going to be a good quarterback. We don't know anything about these prospects. They still got a lot of going and studying and finding out and getting to the draft. And then even when you draft a player, you don't know if he's going to be pan out or not. So worry about the offseason.
Stir money don't make money. Take the chance and go get that fucking player.
Yeah, but you can. Like when you get there and you go through the draft process, you go to the combine, you do everything, and then you finally go, okay, shit, we need to get the number 1. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's make that trade. But
if we're at number 5 or wherever we slide to because we win a game or two, then make the best of that pick.
now today would have pissed people off because I think I looked at if we would have lost today, we could have had a chance to drop all the way to 8.
You mean if we were to win?
If we would have won, yeah, that would have pissed some people off.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But still, to what I said, okay, if we get there, say the end of the season, we have the 8th pick or the 7th, whatever it is, make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Make the best of it.
What about you, Fitz?
I mean, I'm not gonna get mad if we win, but preferably right now, the way things look, just tank, baby. Number 1 pick, baby.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's the total opposite.
I'm over this season, bro. I'm fucking. If you guys haven't noticed, I checked out.
Oh, we've noticed.
I'm fucking over this season.
I think everybody's noticed.
How do you think I feel flying 10,000 miles, 24 hours on a plane?
I'm dreading driving down the street and shit.
I mean, there was a game you didn't even show up to.
Yeah, fuck
The
it.
only game that mattered, man.
That was it.
Door Sanders.
I had to go. Family was in town.
Your family is at Allegiant Stadium. It was,
Yeah, it was.
You always,
your family's at
you always said the Raiders are like family to you, and I guess not.
yeah, they're
My
family.
actual family was in town, and I had to, whatever you want to call it, chaperone and do some shit. You know what I mean?
For real, though, family, Ainga,
Yeah.
as we say, someone, that comes first. So
Yeah.
I get it.
As far as me, man, I want to lose, but I wouldn't be mad if we win. Like that. That's me. Because I don't expect anybody. I will never say, "Oh, the Raiders, that the players need to lose," because they get paid. They want to go and win. We've talked to Jonah about that, and he was like, "I mean, we go out there to play. I know Raider fans want to lose. I guess I'm a little selfish. Like, I don't like. I think it. Okay, I don't want them to lose, but I wouldn't be mad if they lost. Like throughout the whole season, I've been mad when they lost. I've been frustrated, but at this point, I've become numb to it. Where I'm like, okay, we lost. Like, hey, we're moving up. We're moving up. If you were to ask me a couple weeks ago, then I wouldn't want to lose. But since we're like close and knowing that we need a quarterback really bad, I would love to take a chance at that number 1 spot. But I also agree with you guys. We would have a chance to move up if we're gonna pay that high price to move, depending on where we're gonna be at. But I never see the Raiders ever doing that. We didn't do it when C.J. Stroud was coming out. We didn't do it when Jaden Daniels was coming out. Last year was a perfect opportunity to get Shador, but I don't think that he was on their list. Say what you will, but yeah, I don't mind if they lose. I'm not gonna say okay, let's tank, but I think I wouldn't be mad about it. Right. But if we won, then I'm gonna be like, yay! All of a sudden we want to win. But that's why I said we'll fuck up tanking, because I think the Raiders might actually win some games. I think that Giants game is gonna be a big one. Should be a primetime game for
the losers.
Yeah.
But I feel like a one thing, because I know that they talked about bringing the lottery system to the NFL, which I don't think would work. But what about this? Like, this is an idea I've always had. I think I've seen it one time before. Instead of to get away from tanking, the last two teams, they go against each other during the Pro Bowl, and whoever wins that game gets the number 1 pick. Do you think that would be crazy, or that would be something?
Wouldn't you take that one too?
No,
whoever
if you win
wins
that, you
gets
get
the first.
So the number
first
1 and number
teams.
2, they go for the. So number 2 could.
So it'd be an extra game of the season.
Oh,
Does
never.
that work though? Because it's supposed to reward. It's supposed to try and get teams that are the worst in the league to be more competitive. And if you're rewarding a winner,
No, you're. It should be the top 2 sorriest teams. I mean, like
So you're saying like right now the Raiders would play the Titans?
Yeah.
we're the 2 worst teams. Like the 2
Yeah.
worst teams will play for the number 1 pick.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying the winner of that game. would
So
get
you're
the number
rewarding
1
the
pick.
biggest loser.
So you're rewarding like the team that's the second worst per se, not the team that's the worst. We're trying to be able to turn their franchise around. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's all I'm trying to say.
Basically, he just said your idea's stupid.
Put it out there. But I think that it will make them want to fight for something. But yeah, I guess so.
The lottery systems, it's smart, but even people have questions about that
Yeah,
sometimes.
that seems rigged too. And knowing the NFL, they could rig that too.
I guess everything has its pros and cons. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another I got another super chat from Trick again for the $10. Man, shout out to Trick, man, bringing out the big bucks, dog. Who's Geno Smith? And I'm joking. You speak truth. It's a curse. The only way to break the curse is to hire people who know how to fight a curse. The Shield is about more than football and can only be restored by believers.
So we need to bring a priest.
No, because last week at SoFi,
What?
there was a priest walking around. Remember?
That wasn't a real priest.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't real?
No.
That dude took me. No.
We need to go to like one of those
I didn't
Catholic
see that.
churches.
Yeah, you didn't see him? He was walking around.
Was he
probably
was he a
gonna
Raider
burn in
fan or
hell
was he
for-
just?
Yeah, he was a Raider fan. He had it all. It was all black and.
He's probably going to hell.
I guess we
Wow,
just,
dude.
it was a figment of his imagination. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Must be that Cali weed.
From the times he went to church as a child.
That's what I'm saying. He asked me if I want to be an altar boy, and then I was like, "Yes, sir."
I mean, no, I feel like we are cursed. I mean, it's easy to say that because I feel like every direction the Raiders go in, like, there's no answer to it. As far as like people who know how to fight a curse, I don't know who that would.
Somebody's
be.
got to sell their soul.
I don't know, like who do you think? I mean, okay,
Somebody's got to sell their soul.
yeah,
You.
come on, fam. You can check that out.
What?
So just do it. Just
You already
do it.
checked that.
Just do it for the team, dog.
If I sell my soul, it's got to be a lot more than the Raiders becoming a great team again.
Wow.
Hey, Hey, Trick, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the $10. Also, Merck, he sent a $1.99. He says, draft the quarterback, a QB1, then start Pickett and put our 1 at backup. I mean, I see. Look at Kenny Pickett train starting to go. Which I think any veteran quarterback, like I said earlier, I would want to get a QB1 in a draft and then just sit him under whatever veteran. I agree with that. You guys, I mean,
Yeah, it's as we said before. Just take the shot. It's about time. I've been saying this for the last couple of years. The time is right. The time is now. We need to find a young guy that we can bring in the door, whether it's round 1, round 2, like early on. That in time we could groom to be that guy. You know what I mean? Because what have we done? We drafted Aiden O'Connell in round 4, which we would settle with. Okay, he can be a backup.
Yeah.
And he is that. Like, he's a decent one, but to me he's nothing more and nothing less. Cam Miller, like, how much hope do we have that he can be anything? And that other guy, he didn't even last past preseason. Was it Malott?
yeah, he was a wide receiver. They made him a wide receiver.
Yeah, one of those project picks that don't pan out, but whatever. Like, again, just take the shot.
Yeah,
Take the shot. I don't care.
So when the Raiders find their quarterback, right? So they go out and draft a quarterback, and you think you have your guy, sign another guy, bring another guy in.
Right.
And then when you think you have 2 guys, bring another guy in.
yeah.
Like, that's what you got to do, because I think that's the mistake they made with Geno, is they didn't have a contingency plan if Geno went wrong this year, which it went terribly wrong, and we had nothing to go back on. And so just bring in and stack that position, and we got to make it correct sometime, right? You throw enough darts and you're going to hit something. So I would just say continue doing it, and when we draft a quarterback, next year draft another one. Like, you don't have to draft them first round, but keep drafting them. Like, let's keep doing it.
Just try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try.
And We got to fix it somehow, and eventually it's going to get fixed. And that's what's holding them. We are a quarterback away from turning this franchise around, and I think that's what people need to realize. Like everybody's going to be like, "We suck, we suck, we suck." As soon as we hit on a quarterback, our whole luck changes, and you don't need to sacrifice nobody. You just need to find a quarterback, and that will engage coaches. You're going to want more coaches. Are going to want to come here and coach. More players are going to want to play here. You're going to turn your whole luck around once you find your franchise quarterback and hit on it. That's what we need.
Look at Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Chicago.
Chicago.
But
No, yeah. Oh,
sorry, I was just going to say to that point, like if we're looking to take that shot in the draft, I think like come free agency, no matter who we retain or who comes and goes, priority number one, offensive line.
Oh no.
We need bring in one, bring in two. I don't care how much how big the bag has to be to get him in the door. I don't care. You know, we have the money, spend it.
Yeah.
Bring one, bring two. I don't care. It could be interior, it could be outside.
Yep.
Don't give a shit who.
And we've talked about it, and like that's been my whole thing is redoing. Like we've seen we've seen the blueprint before. And we got to just do it again with Reggie McKenzie when he came here. Of course, he stripped down a lot of bad
Donald
contracts.
Penn,
but
Emily, Rodney Hudson.
People say
Ed
draft.
Jackson.
I mean, we can still draft if we're outside of the top quarterbacks, which would suck. Okay, use that first round pick on an offensive line. This is a guy that's always been wanting offensive linemen. That's why he's been getting a lot of hate for his draft reactions. But free agency, that's where you tackle that position and spend the bag, pay the big bucks, because now if you have an offensive line that's solid, any quarterback you put back there would at least look solid. I mean, Geno Smith would look way better if he had more time and had a little bit more confidence or whatnot. But I'm not saying that he would turn the whole franchise around. But and to your point, with a quarterback, the reason why it changes it, that it gives people hope in the future. Like when we had Derek Carr, we had a bad season the first 2 seasons, but we knew we had somebody for the future and we could build around. Yeah. We could bring pieces around. We'll go get Michael Crabtree. We'll draft Amari Cooper. We'll build that offensive line, and then everything will start flowing, and that's what happened. But we don't have that guy. We continue to go. We have a carousel of quarterbacks in and out, and it's been crazy though. But yeah, it all starts with a quarterback. That's why I really want to get a quarterback in the first round. But if it doesn't pan out, then okay, then we'll get best player available, and then get a quarterback in the second.
Journeyman, right? I'm just so over it.
And that's what I was hoping. I mean, ever since we haven't had a solid quarterback since Jimmy G. So right now, so
that's the benchmark, Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. I mean, 2-time Super Bowl champion.
2-time
I
Super
don't
Bowl
give
champion.
What did he do for the Raiders?
Jack shit.
He tried to do
He
something.
scammed us.
He tried to do something.
McDaniels did him wrong, dog.
They both did us wrong. They both scammed us for millions.
Okay.
Jimmy made a bunch of the bunny ranches here money. Okay.
Yeah, fucking scammed us. Came here for hookers
His first
and
5
coke.
games, he was 3-2.
I don't give a
Before he
fuck
got
if
hurt.
he was. He still sucks.
Yeah. If that's the benchmark, then that's sad.
Yeah.
That really is sad.
That's
It's pathetic.
depressing.
It's pathetic.
I mean, so find a quarterback and attack the offensive line in free agency.
Yeah.
That's all.
The model of
And
what
find
team?
someone-
What team are we going to model of?
The Cowboys.
What?
Come on, Fitz.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. What?
Model like dress
What
up?
team should the Raiders model? Like
The Raider way.
the Chicago Bears. You just said it earlier.
Oh, they did do that.
They got
They
Caleb
did do that.
Williams.
Yeah, they did.
And then this last
They spent-
offseason,
hey, not to mention they spent the bag on the offensive line.
yeah, they went out and they
And
got
then they
guards.
Ben
they got
Johnson.
everybody. So
They did.
they went out there and said, "Hey, we got a young quarterback. We're going to protect him."
So we got to get a quarterback. Then we got to get the O-line. Fire Pete Carroll. Get John Gruden back over here.
Who else did it? The New England. They drafted a quarterback. The next year, what did they turn around? Built the offensive line. So you got to find your quarterback, and then
Preach.
go from there. What I hate about I talked to you about it. Like what I hate about the NFL is free agency comes before the draft. I wish it was kind of flipped at how they could do it, because then you could draft your guys and then worry about it. But go from there. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother. But even at that, like with free agency, even when we got Geno Smith, a solid quarterback at the time that we thought, I still would have drafted a quarterback in the first round because you have that backup plan or a future plan at that. But before I get on with that, I want to give a shout out to some people up in the chat because a lot of them are noticing you on here. We got Free Thinker up in here, says, "Oos from down under." Yes, sir. Real Raider Ray. Shout out to Raider Ray, man. He says, Offseason and Samoan Raider, my guys.
Raider Ray.
Raider Ray,
Salute to
yeah.
Raider Ray. That's my guy. To you, man.
J Dub said, Offseason, this was not expecting when. Okay, he didn't expect to see you on here when he clicked on the video.
Yeah.
It was like
J-Dub, shout out to you. I know J-Dub.
shout out to J Dub up in here, man. We got a lot of people up in here, man. Shout out to Robert Cisneros for the 199. He says need Mendoza and Curry from OSU. Who's Curry from Ohio State? Do you know? Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know that.
Related to Aaron Curry?
Maybe or Steph Curry. We need Steph Curry, guys.
I'm trying to think, but
I can't think. Mendoza, yeah, I would love, like we've all spoke on it, like that Mendoza would be the guy to get right now.
The preference, but
yeah, the preference.
it's not limited to that. Like, just take the goddamn shot.
Yeah, and if we don't get a quarterback in the first round, that second round, there's going to be quarterbacks there as well, unless there's going to be a run. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, after that, there's been a lot of talk. Oh, there's something that I seen on Twitter. I guess I want to ask this about how you guys feel about it. That there's reports that the Raiders are looking at Derek Carr to come back out of retirement and possibly bringing him back to. Oh, not only the Raiders. There's other teams as well, but Raiders are one team that could possibly bring Derek Carr back if he wanted to return to the NFL.
What?
To play wide receivers.
To fucking lose us more games?
But okay, but I just wanted to ask this just to have a conversation real quick on it. I'll ask Fitz first. Like, would you be open to bringing Derek Carr back?
No, stick to the podcast, Derek.
Okay, short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. What about Santa?
look, that's one question I get asked a lot around this time of
asked a
year.
lot, too.
Everybody's like, "Hey, dear Santa, please let the Raiders win. Please bring back Derek Carr." But no, Santa can't do that. Derek Carr has played his time. It's over. Move on. Like, I don't even think he's 100% now, right? He's still dealing with his shoulder. And he's actually doing really damn good on the podcast.
Yeah, he is.
Is he younger than Geno Smith? Or is he older?
No, I think he is younger.
Yeah.
I want to say he
was
is.
drafted up, huh?
The year after, yeah.
The year after, yeah, because I think Gino's
yeah, the year he's drafted, he was waiting in the green room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's doing really, yeah, because he's 34, Geno's 35.
I'm
I don't want to
36.
go back to. I don't want to go back to it.
Yeah.
Like the Derek Carr. We need a young guy, like everybody says. Like, just go with the young guy.
I appreciate Derek Carr for the good things that he did, because at least he did some good things with us. There was a good period of time. You know, we moved on from him when we did. We're still trying to scramble to try and find the guy to be our guy at the most important position in football. Would I want him back? I wouldn't be mad with it as long as we take the shot. I still, no matter what we do, no matter who we bring in the door, time is right, time is now. Get a young guy we can at least try to build to be the future of the franchise. And if that veteran presence happens to be Derek Carr, you know, I would take Derek Carr's now over everything we've had in the door since him. All these other journeyman guys, they just ain't it.
What's Jason Campbell doing?
Yeah, right.
Jason Campbell.
That's my guy right there, Jason Campbell.
Yeah, we might as well bring back Rich Gannon, bro. At this point, nah. But I mean, like you said, man, like taking a shot, man. The time is now, man. You can't see me.
Yeah.
The time is now. But Derek Carr, I wouldn't want him back. No, but like I appreciate everything that he's done for this team, man. I think he's gonna go down as one of the great Raider quarterbacks for what he's done.
And he should be.
And he should be.
At least he did some things.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you look
did.
at every other guy that's come through the door since Rich Gannon, and maybe Jason Campbell to a point. I love Jason
or
Campbell.
Jimmy G. Too.
Yeah, he has a bunch of records with the Raiders. Like, Derek Carr did what he could. He was good, solid quarterback for us, and the Raiders did him dirty at the end of his career. I'll stand on that, and I'll say that I think the Raiders still did him dirty. But at some point, it wasn't working, and they were going to move on, and maybe it could have gone a whole different way. And I would have loved to see Derek Carr and Devontae Adams work out for more than a year and a half that it was there. But
Not even a year. It was a year.
yeah. So it would have been nice to see that, but
Yeah.
I don't want to reminisce in the past either.
When we moved on from Carr, like, okay, that wasn't so much my issue. It was just, what's the plan?
That's true.
And the plan, here we are still trying to figure out a plan.
Yeah. And that's why I'm really surprised. Like, I mean, it's been years since we moved on from Derek Carr, and I'll admit I was one of the guys that wanted to move on from Carr, not because what he did, but I just felt like he wasn't ever gonna get us over the hump. But but I'm saying, like, I'm surprised that the Raiders have not addressed the quarterback position in the draft since Derek Carr. Like, you would have thought that, hey, okay, we need a franchise quarterback. Let's find the next guy. But they've been banking on a lot of veteran guys, let alone we've been getting a lot of new regimes over here, and they always want to get their guy. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to go back. I appreciate what he's done for us. If he did come over here, I wouldn't be mad. It's
just like for one day, come back, retire as a Raider.
No.
Thank you.
Well, I think he's going to do that nonetheless, for sure. He's going to retire Raider for sure.
I, by no means, if he ever came back, would want him to be our long-term or trying.
No, yeah. But like I said, like, if he came back, we better win the Super Bowl or bust, because the way I've been here, like, he's the answer to everything. But, hey, I got a lot of respect for Derek Carr. I just want the Raiders to, like you said, we need to take a chance at quarterback more than once, especially in a draft, if we want to have a future at all. But that being said, though,
of course, need offense. So you ain't gonna lie, we need offense.
I mean,
we need a lot of things. We need a lot of things.
We need a lot of things, and our team is like, we have weapons, we have skilled play, like, we have skilled franchise cornerstones on this team. When you look at we got the Brock Bauer, #1 tight end, we're good. We got a franchise running back right now, #1, we're good right there. Of course, that's why we all harp on the offensive line. We got to build that for whoever the quarterback is going to be.
There's still pieces there, though, like JPJ. We need to stop dicking him around.
Put him back.
There needs to be an emphasis, and
we've got offensive line. Like, Jordan Meredith isn't the worst, but I feel like he's been put out of his position, especially with JPJ. Like, that whole thing is like, it was so they should have never done that in the offseason. Of course, Colton Miller is going to be Colton Miller, but I don't know how many years he has left in, and we have to address all these. But JPJ is the only bright spot there that I know moving forward.
Should have been DJ Glaze too. He should have. I mean, last year he showed a lot of promise. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
Like DJ Glaze, like as a rookie, like for the most part, when we bring these rookies in to start on the offensive line, they've usually been to less than mediocre results, and to find a guy who played reasonably well in his rookie season, all he needed to do was just keep trending upwards. Yeah. But no, him and everybody else on the line has regressed, JPJ included.
Yeah, even Dylan Parham too. Like, like the offensive. That's why a lot of people weren't. Well, you harped on it the most in the offseason about the offensive line, but I felt like looking at the end of the season last year, it was like, okay, they're not the worst offensive line. They were like suffice. Maybe we'll add a piece or two, but like we could work.
Guys, we can build.
Like, we could work with it. But then you look at the season, it's like, damn, that line is horrible. Like, nobody could play behind that line. And a lot of people look at Pete Carroll's son, and Pete Carroll he's been stubborn, and he has dyslexia and everything, right?
Somebody needs to just like.
But that's what I've been saying. Like, I love Pete Carroll, and I hope that he could be the coach moving forward. But all the decisions that he's made up until now is going to be the reason why he gets fired. And his son Brendan Carroll should not.
I don't want to see him again. I do not want to see his son again.
Step foot into the
offensive
stadium.
Line coach. Get him out of here.
Or else Fitz is gonna get you.
No, but I know some people that want to slap the shit out.
But that's what I think is the frustrating thing, because we have cornerstones here offensively, defensively. Of course, Max Crosby's gonna be Max Crosby, but I know people say that this job might not be a sexy job for a lot of people. But we have pieces here, and it just takes one offseason with the right moves and building around the right pieces. We could be at least competing next year. I'm not saying we're going to go Super Bowl, but we have pieces here to turn things around. We just got to see what happens this offseason.
We got to sacrifice somebody.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. We'll sacrifice Fitz. So if you don't see Fitz for the next season, then you know what happened. And if we do good, then we know what happened.
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, we have Afkasi over here, man. I appreciate you for coming on the show, Oos. I do want to ask you real quick, Oos, like,
sure.
I guess, like, how did you become a Raider fan? Like, what made you get into the sport, especially coming from Australia all the way on the other side,
I wasn't
down under?
born into this. Yeah. Like, I'll try and keep it short because it's,
Yeah, go ahead.
So I discovered, I started to fall into American football when I purchased cable for the first time in Australia. That was around 2008 when I started following the sport. I was like, this is pretty cool. I really like it. I dig it. So I started to learn the ins and outs, the rules and all that. So I spent a season just learning the game. And then once I was comfortable, I was like, okay, well, I need a team. So in Australia, when fans start to fall in love with the sports, it's usually the popular teams at the time that they start to gravitate towards. At that time, it was the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Packers. I think the Cardinals are pretty good around then. The Steelers, those kind of teams. But I was just like, that's just not me. And one day I was just trolling through YouTube, and there was this video. It was the top 50 rivalries in sport, and the number one spot was the Raiders against the world. And it was talking about how the Raiders were the bad guys, the outcasts. They did things their way, the Al Davis way, R.I.P. to the Godfather. And Al Davis, R.I.P. And it's something it just hit me. I was just like, wow, like, when you know. And I was lucky enough that the first Monday Night Football game that season was the Raiders versus the Chargers, a Chargers team that was very good around that time. I think they went to the divisional playoff the season before. But anyways, I remember waking up in the morning because the games are on an opposite schedule. So it was I had to wake up like some ridiculous time, like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. for the game Monday morning. And just seeing the scenes of the Coliseum, it was a raucous crowd. Everything was rocking. They were emphasizing on Richard Seymour at the time, one of my all-time favorites, because I was able to watch him during his time as a Raider. And just that first series of the game, they punched him in the mouth, 3 and out, and just seeing the camera pan around the stadium and in the black hole, I was just like, that's it. I'm a Raider for life. And 16 years later, here I am. It's been a tough road. Like, it hasn't been easy, but you know what? Like, it's gonna make it that much more special when the day comes that to your hat when we are great again. Because I know it's been a long time since we've been suffering and we haven't had much success since the early 2000s. 2 playoff games which we lost. Yeah. But it's not going to be forever. And for us Raider fans who've been through the trenches, who've been in year out supporting the team, no matter what, when the day comes when we're great again, it's going to be
so much
amazing.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah. I wouldn't be here networking and meeting my family from over in the States, and that's been the best experience for me. These are memories that like I'm going to take to my grave and cherish forever. Yeah. Like just the whole experience, and I wouldn't have had that had I not discovered Raider football and it being a big part of my life. Yeah. Win, lose, or tie. Raidernation till I die.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate that, man, and it's great having you on here, man. I'm happy that we got to have you a part of the panel today and just talk, and even just meeting you at the game. It was a full day, even without the win. I think the experience was top notch for sure.
Yeah, it has been. It really has.
Real quick, I'm just gonna read this real quick before we head out of here. A $2 donation from Jimmy Jams 32. He says every winning season that we had a great O-line. That's facts. That's facts. So we got to build the offensive line. Again, shout out to Offseason Raider, man. Follow him on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. He has his own channel. Follow his journey. It's dope. Yeah. Just to have him here. Of course, you guys got Mr. Fitz. You can let him know.
Mr. Fitz 714 on all platforms. Y'all know what it is. Fuck your team, Raiders, bitch.
And then we got Santa over here.
Fat Santa, go ahead.
Oh, the Joe Morley everywhere on the
Okay, yeah, and then, of course, you guys can find me at Simone Raider on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and also follow me on all social media platforms. Hey, let them know. Put it down, Oos. There we go. There you go.
Stop asking me for the Raiders to win. I do not perform miracles.
There we go.
That is classic.
Ho, ho, ho. See you guys till the next game, man. We